Well, I like the way we fought back. But what I wasn't happy with is we did it when they let down. The defense, you can't give up big plays by not doing your job on double moves, and you got to tackle. Offensively, after 21 points, we didn't play for 2 quarters. So you got to get ready to play. You want to win, you want to win conference championships. Simple as that. I told them I was proud of the way they fought back, but the bottom line to it is we weren't going to be happy about a 6-point loss. Defense, you can't give up that many points. If they let them roll with them, we got a guy in man coverage that comes off on a double move, on a throwback to the quarterback, and he's in man coverage. Can't do that. I mean, I understand zone, I don't understand man. So we learned some lessons tonight. They'll watch the film tomorrow. You got to give Oklahoma a lot of credit. They came into our house and they beat us. So.
Gary, you were just talking about the flea flicker play. Did you feel like that play really changed things for y'all, for them?
No. All their points changed things. They'd had 6 less points anywhere, we'd be tied. We'd still be battling the field.
Did you get an explanation for the quarterback intentional ground?
Well, the bottom line to it is that under his estimation, he didn't have anybody to throw it to. Mine was he got hit. So I don't know how he could tell he couldn't throw it to him.
Did Coach Stoops kind of lobby them back to it? Did they explain that to you?
No, I didn't. They don't really, it's amazing. We can't say anything, but they can do whatever they want to. So I don't really care right now from the commissioner if they don't like what I think about what happened with the officials. We had 1 touchdown where they just tackled my guy. Because we talk about sportsmanship in this game, and I got a quarterback that writes a whole article on me, how I treated him wrong. But I can't talk about officials. So, bottom line to it is, I wasn't happy with the officiating. We got not one time did we get a holding call. They got one tonight. Really. Not when it mattered.
Coach, y'all beat Micah Quick of OU twice on long plays. Was that something you saw in a halftime adjustment and coverage?
I don't think a halftime adjustment. I think they had our guys throw deep. Our receiver is one of those guys that goes deep, so it's. But he had been that side of the ball had been beaten. Obviously, the other corner is an awfully good player, so I mean, you get a choice of who you want to throw at.
Taj Williams had 2 catches for 56 yards at the half, finished with 210 yards and 2 touchdowns. What can you say about his performance?
Good. Caught him. Like I told you, when we came back, I told them downstairs we're happy about that. We're not happy about a 6-point loss. Simple as that. It's not what this program's about. I don't know if we have the people to be able to challenge for conference championship. The bottom line is we're dang sure going to try to. I like the way my kids fought back. The bottom line to it is we put ourselves in a hole too far to get into a situation where we couldn't catch back up.
What in particular did you mean when you said after 21 points you didn't play for 2 quarters?
We scored 21, and it was 21-7, and then they reeled off, how many? Was it 49? We got 1 field goal. 21-7 at one point in time, then it was 20, we scored 3 before half, it was 24. So it was 24-49 before we started play.
Blocking, catching?
Whatever it is. We were punting. I mean, it's like I told him, I'm not mad at him. You play the name on the back, you don't need to play the name on the front. Oklahoma did a great job. The running backs did a great job. We need to understand we got to learn that for 2 years here, and for many years here, we've learned how to win close games. We've now found a way to lose 2 games. It's like final drive of the game, and we get a legal procedure, and it's 1st and 15, for heaven's sakes. Not happy.
Coach,
And that's not just players, I'm just telling you right now, it's not players, it always starts at the top, it starts with me, both sides of the ball, calling defenses, calling offenses, all above. You gotta get to where it is. We can't be about one-hit wonders on offense, and we gotta tackle, you can't be about finding a pure, a certain blitz that it's gonna just be magic. Someday you're gonna have to get off the block, make a tackle, coach is gonna have to call just a good coverage. And you gotta just run the football and take 5-yard hitches and outs and everything else and move the football down the field when it's not going well. So we're 3-2, 1-1 in the conference. We got Kansas next week, which has always been a tough ball game for us. So we gotta get ready to play.
Coach, the 4th and 4 on the midway through the second quarter on the 30, was there any discussion about trying to kick there?
No. That was a 47-yarder, and we kicked low and doing things. It was in a ball game where they'd already tied it up 21-21, right?
Gary, what was the play when you said that OU tackled one of their guys and OU scored a TD?
I don't know, I'd have to go back to the second quarter.
It was in the second quarter.
It was number 25.
Oh, yeah?
So, but I asked everybody, and nobody was watching him. So I'm interested to hear who was supposed to be watching him on the end of the line of scrimmage. They're supposed to be making.
Gary, you mentioned challenging for a conference championship. You think your guys still will have?
We're just trying to beat Kansas, Carlos. Right now, we're going to try to beat Kansas. It's game 6.
After Mayfield came out and started scrambling and making the yardage, did y'all change some things defensively?
Scramble, he ran, well, one was the same play. They were running what we call a slice play where they're faking it, and there's supposed to be a play, the player is sitting for it. 3 times we had a player and they didn't make the play. At some point in time, you got to tackle. Even on the final drive, we had it. And we could have picked the wheel of the running back, took off, and the linebacker had him, which, you know, we had a 50-50 chance for that play. You gotta make, some point in time, if you wanna win a game like that, you gotta make that play. You just gotta make, somewhere we have to make a play.
For the time?
And you gotta have a better call. I mean, it's, like I keep telling you, you gotta, one way or the other, you gotta make a little bit. When it's all said and done, I've been in places where we've been fired up. As I tell them, you get ready for the games you're supposed to win, and the big games take care of themselves. But you gotta find ways to win, especially at home.
Coach, about Austin Schlottman, how do you think the offensive line did today?
I thought they did pretty good. You know, again, it's really hard in the fray of going fast and doing anything, you know, we just, early we really got off to a good start and we didn't have any penalties, and then we hurt ourselves, really. I think that was half our problem from the second quarter on to about the fourth quarter, second and third quarters. You can't play with holding penalties or legal procedures or any of the above. All the way down to, we got a freshman kickoff guy, even before the half. He's about 5 yards deep in the end zone, and a senior tells him to come out. No, we don't come out. It's not what we do. And then we get a penalty, so instead of the ball being on the 25-yard line, the ball is like on the 10. And they score we don't move it, they score. No, you have to make good decisions. I mean, we've been around here for a long time. We have to be a smart football team, and we have to be a smart staff. And I go back to it, like I told you, I was not unhappy with my kids as far as the way we came back in the ballgame. But it can't be the YMCA. It's not okay just to play. It's not what we're here for.